Hello and welcome to a special episode of the FA Show. I'm Allie Madison. 2021 was a year of challenges, dominated again by the pandemic. Despite that, the markets soared and advisors continued to focus on putting themselves in a position to succeed and best serve their clients. Despite limitations on in-person meetings and travel, advisors continued to switch broker-dealers at peak-level numbers. And in this episode, we'll highlight some of the biggest moves of 2021. We start off in the South as a 4-broker team in Greenville, South Carolina left Merrill Lynch to launch an independent practice affiliated with LPL Financial's fledgling strategic wealth services model for wirehouse breakaways. The group, called North End Private Wealth, managed $650 million in client assets at Merrill and were the 6th team to join the SWS channel since its launch in early 2020. First Republic Private Wealth Management reeled in a large Citigroup team that had been generating around $14 million in annual revenue in New York City and Boca Raton, Florida. Andrew Vahab, director of the Madison Group at Citi Personal Wealth Management, along with 6 other advisors and 3 support staff, made the move at the end of the first quarter. They had been overseeing $2.9 billion in client assets. UBS Wealth Management USA underscored its focus on hiring high-end private banking teams early in 2021 by snaring a group from JP Morgan Chase that was generating $26 million in annual revenue. The 7-person team led by Patrick Schaefer and Ryan Bristol had been overseeing $6.5 billion in client assets at JP Morgan Private Bank. The Los Angeles-based team joined UBS's Private Wealth Management Group for ultra-wealthy clients, according to the announcement, and marked the 2nd year in a row UBS had snapped up a $6 billion team. And finally, in what was likely the biggest move of the year, UBS Wealth Management USA recruited away one of the largest JP Morgan Private Bank teams. The Dallas-based group, which sources said generated around $75 million in annual revenue, is led by veteran banker Cindy G. Brown and also includes advisors Stefan W. Nettle, Leslie S. Ganawan, and Joy Boynton, as well as 5 other junior advisors and support staff, according to the sources. As reported by Advisor Hub, they had accounted for more than half of the roughly $135 million in revenue at JP Morgan's private bank branch in Dallas, managing around $25 billion in assets. For a complete list of recent moves, as well as access to the Advisor Hub offers tool to find out what your practice is worth, visit the Deals and Comps section of advisorhub.com. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the FA Show on Advisor Hub TV, powered by 3xEquity. I'm Allie Madison. Have a great day.
This week we share an excerpt from Advisor Hub publisher Tony Sirianni's interview with 3xEquity's CEO Jeff Crosby. The two discuss results from the most recent advisor transition survey as well as their predictions for 2022. The full interview is available right now on the Advisor Hub TV section of advisorhub.com.
Jeff is like a $5 million plus producer, so he's a top industry producer, which I think gives you an interesting perspective on both what we want to talk about today, which is this survey that he did about why advisors leave and why that's relevant. I think particularly relevant because Jeff's a very large producer and he has a very successful practice. But B, he also owns 3xEquity. They're the firm that we at Advisor Hub use when you all come to us and say, hey, we want to switch firms. We want someone to do. We always recommend people talk to Jeff. And they did a survey about advisor motivations as far as moving goes. So what was your motivation, Jeff, for putting the survey together?
Really to kind of continue to be the expert in the industry on advisors transitioning and to really help the advisors. So we sent out a survey to close to 20,000 advisors that have transitioned from their firm to a new firm in the past 5 years or so. So big sample size. And then the respondents was a little over 500 respondents that we had that we built the survey from. So we felt like we had a very good database, good information. And
for people who don't know surveys, that is a good sample size. I mean, when you read a political survey, it's like, we asked 10,000 people, well, 200 responded, or, once you get over 300, that's considered a pretty good response for a survey. Just I'm just chiming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, so we were happy, and it's our second survey that we've done. So I think we've established credibility in the industry and knowledge and being an expert in this space. And I think one of the main things or several things were learned, but one of them is that advisors are a free agent, and they're open to move. And the advisors that moved, it was a high success rate, and over 85% of them were happy that they moved. So that's and part of the question is did you move from something, or did you move to something?
Push or pull.
Exactly. And they were happy in what they moved to, and they weren't excited what they moved from. So that says a lot. Says a lot to the advisor and the broker dealer.